Hey everybody, welcome back to What's My Custom Robo. Now, just a warning before we do the rest of this episode. This episode and the next is going to be pretty much all talking. Yeah, it's going to be covering all the questions that haven't been answered up to this point. So I figured I'd just let you know to expect long conversations for the next 2 episodes. Sorry about that, mate. Anyway, let's get on with it, I suppose. Sergey! How have you been, Captain Miro? I don't know. You tell me. And yeah, Boro's on the floor, and yeah, there's a lot of crazy shit. I should be reading this, but I'm not. So Marsha, where's Rahu now? It escaped. Escape? Boro tried to dive into Rahu, but utterly failed. Epic fail, actually. Diving into Rahu, what? Harry. Sergey, what's going on? I'll explain it in detail, Captain Mira. But let's go to a different room. Please follow me. Yeah, so like I said, we're about to get into a big conversation here. You guys might not be able to handle it, so if you don't like it now, you should probably skedaddle. Not that I don't want you here, but I can understand if you don't want to see this conversation, so... Where are we? This room belonged to our leader, who passed away not too long ago. Please, later? Yes. Someone here needs to hear my leader's final words. This is why I brought you to this place. Someone? Who is it? Please listen. These are my leader's final words. Mama Luigi. Mama Luigi? You'll never know how proud I am that you've come so far. Hey, Mama Luigi, how come he knows your name? Yeah, you'll never guess. It's because I'm a member of the Z Syndicate too! What? Mass plot twist. What did you say? You've been lying to us all this time? You're joking, right, Luigi? Yeah, I'm just kidding. Why would you joke at a time like this? I love that so much. Not necessarily. What? Mama Luigi is the son of our former leader. Oh shit. Daddykins was the leader of the Z Syndicate. Holy shit. Come to think of it, it does sound like that. What? It can't be. The Z Syndicate's leader is really Mama Luigi's father? Let me continue playing the message. Mama Luigi, if you're listening to this message, that means Rahu has returned and our time is short. I wish that I could have been here to see you, but to fight with you in this final glorious moment. However, if you are hearing this, it also means my time has come, and I am gone from this world. I have given my loyal friend Sergey details on your mission. Trust him as you would have trusted me. You do not have much time left. Give Sergey the watch I gave you to care for so long ago. With the power contained in that watch, you can defeat Rahu. What? No way. That big ring on my wrist can beat Rahu? Sounds like bullshit. I failed you as a father in life, and my final wish in death is nothing but a fool's errand. I'm sorry, son. Oh, that's kind of sad. That was his final message. The watch. My dad told me to keep it on at all times, never to take it off. He said it over and over. I promised him so many times. And then, he left me. Oh, Luigi. Sergey, what's going on? Like you and Roy, I learned about the outside world when I became a Class S commander. Though you disappeared right after you found out about it. Sergey, why did you leave without telling us? Because I met my boss. Boss? You mean Z's boss? When I found out about the outside world, I became curious. I wanted to explore it. And there I met my boss. I was surprised to discover somebody living in the outside world. And he asked me, "Why are you here?" And I told him that I wanted to know the truth about this outside world. Then he asked, "Is there something you need to protect?" And I said, "Yes. Marcia, my sister, you were the one I wanted to protect." Sergey. We spoke for some time, discussing life in our dome and outside. Finally, he asked me, "Do you want to protect this world from annihilation?" Annihilation? Yes. I have to admit, I really didn't understand his question. But I could see in his eyes that he was very serious indeed. I stopped to think, and I said yes. Then he said, "As long as you remain in your world, you will never see the truth. The truth lies in darkness. If you discover an inconsistency in your perfectly ordered world, where all things are controlled, anything that cannot be explained, come see me again, and I may be able to help you. Tell no one that we met. Tell no one what we have discussed." With that, we parted ways. I thought about what he said, but I couldn't find any inconsistencies. That's because there are none. Roy, be quiet and listen. Continue, Sergey. Then suddenly, I found it. It was right in front of me from the start. When I returned home, I saw my sister waiting for me, and it struck me. The inconsistency, that single unexplainable thing, it was Marcia, her special power. Her strange power was a gift, and my late parents, they were suffering. Sergey. To all appearances, Marcia is an ordinary girl, except with extremely long hair. And yet, the kids teased her, the scientists poked and prodded, and still they learned nothing. Marcia didn't want to go, but the researchers forced her, kicking and screaming. So that's why Marcia hated the Robo researchers. I found out what they did to Marcia at the research center. It wasn't science, it was torture. They say that all people are created equal, but my sister's power stole equality from her. If this isn't an inconsistency, then what is? How do I go so long without questioning this? I couldn't wait. Once I had seen the inconsistency clearly, I had to leave, to meet that man again. I told him about Marcia, and he said, in order to understand, you must know everything. And he told me the real truth, something even most Class S commanders do not know. The real truth. What? What do you mean? You're all aware that centuries ago, Rahu nearly wiped out the human race. Yeah, we were told that Rahu annihilated all the domed cities people lived in except for ours. You were never told the truth about the outside world. You believed we lived in domes up here. Sorry, I messed up there. Jeez. Well, yeah, I mean, where else would we live? We lived free in the outside world. We lived in vast cities in the open air. Rahu destroyed all of that. What? Really? Originally, humans didn't live in domed cities. We lived outside. The outside world was our home. Rahu destroyed all of our cities centuries ago. The few who survived, they found an area that had minimal damage, and with the help of Robo technology, they built a dome to create a livable environment for a new community. I see. We hadn't heard about that part. We thought people had always lived inside those domes. You are correct, but there is still more that you do not know. The dome builders left Rahu inoperative in the outside world before they sealed themselves in. Sergey, it sounds like you're saying we deliberately chose to live in a cage, like animals. That's right. The dome protects us, but it also keeps us trapped, caged. Wait a sec, you said Rahu was inoperative. So how did we stop Rahu last time? Oh, God, that's painful. Alright, I'm gonna end the episode here.